friends. So good to see you. We have been learning about insects this week, and I wanted to show you and tell you about one of my favorite insects. See if you can guess what it is. That's right, it's a ladybug. Ladybugs are so wonderful, and I've learned a lot about ladybugs. I have learned that ladybugs are actually beetles, and there are about 4,000 different kinds of ladybugs in the world. Ladybugs are sometimes red and sometimes yellow. Sometimes they have a lot of spots and sometimes they don't have any spots at all. But there's some things that ladybugs have the same. They have the same legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. They also have their head with the antennas and the feelers, and then they have this middle part, and then they have this great big red part. Sometimes it's yellow, and that is actually a wing. Ladybugs have 2 wings. The outer wing right here, that's the colored part, and then the inside wing, that's the fragile part of ladybugs. And when they're flying, they open up both sets of their wings, but when they're sitting on a leaf, they close up tight and keep their wings safe. Now, ladybugs didn't start out looking like ladybugs. They start out looking like this. You see that? Those are ladybug eggs, and there's girl ladybugs and boy ladybugs. The girl ladybugs lay the eggs on a leaf, usually in the shade. They kind of look like yellow jelly beans, and they're very tiny and very fragile. After about 5 days, then something else happens. Larva comes out of the ladybug eggs. And the larvae have a very important job. Their job is to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat for about 20 days. They like to eat aphids and other insects like this. They can eat 100 aphids every day, and they get really, really big. And after they're really, really big, after about 20 days, something amazing happens. It's called metamorphosis. And they get onto a leaf, and then it turns into a pupa. Inside the pupa, the ladybug is growing wings and legs, and it turns into a ladybug that we kind of know what it looks like. And after about 5 days, it comes out of the pupa. Now, when ladybugs first hatch, they don't look like ladybugs. Their shell is a little bit slimy and a little bit soft, and it's not colored. But after just a few hours, it starts to turn red or orange or yellow, and the spots begin to show. And then the ladybug flies around and eats aphids and goes from flower to flower, just like the ladybugs that we see every day. Now, ladybugs go to sleep in the wintertime. They do what's called hibernate. Let me show you a picture of ladybugs when they're hibernating. In the wintertime, they go to sleep. They hide under rocks or under pieces of wood, and they hibernate and go to sleep. But then when the spring comes and it gets a little bit warmer, all of a sudden, the life cycle of a ladybug starts again. Here is our ladybug. Now, do you remember what the girl ladybugs do? What do? That's right. They lay eggs on a leaf, kind of like this. And after about 5 days, those eggs hatch and they turn into something. Do you remember what it's called? It looks like this. It doesn't look like a ladybug, but it's called a larva. And the larva has a really important job. What is the larva's job to do? That's right. The larva needs to eat and eat and eat and eat and get super duper big. And then when it's just big enough, it goes and it crawls onto a leaf and it turns into a pupa. And that's where God turns the pupa into a ladybug like we see. Thanks for listening. I hope that you have a good day.
I went and got lots of ladybugs. I'm letting them go in my mom and dad's rose garden. Ladybugs are so good at helping gardens to grow and keep flowers healthy. I think they will be very happy living here.
Here we go, ladybugs.
Maybe you can find some ladybugs in your yard.